take you around a factory that produces quality blocks. Today we're going into Henry Wallis, Nigeria Limited. They produce paving stones, hollow blocks, 6 inches, 4 inches, 9 inches, and curbs. So come along with me, let me show you what we do. That's the equipment. You can see the equipment over there. We produce curbs, we produce blocks, and I'm going to give you a tour and show you how quality blocks are being produced. Due to the high demand in properties now, the factory is practically empty because deliveries go out every moment. Today we're now restocking because we have another huge order that is going out. So that's why you can see that production is going on and the inventory is very low because we're trying to build it up again for another big order. One of the components of making very good blocks is what we call sharp sand. This sand is very sharp and coarse. Another component is called granite. Yeah, granite dust. This is granite dust for the blocks. And then we have the cement. I'm not going to touch that. We have the water. As you can see, it's pipe-borne water. And then there's an additive. This is not water. We call this the accelerator. This helps in strengthening the blocks. And everything is mixed in here to form a very homogeneous mix. Homogeneous is where everything mixes together and they are of the same consistency. We have buckets here which we use in measuring. We have measuring buckets. This is another form of sharp sand, but this is used in producing paving stones. We also have road curbs, paving stones, blocks, but our products are actually customized. The clients will give us the strength they want. Now these are the 9 inches hollow blocks, as you can see. I would like if you bring the camera closer, can you hear the sound? Now, someone is going to do a test for you, and in fact, I'll do the test myself. What we do, we lift the block up. This is the preliminary test we do. Can you see? That's how durable our blocks are, and that's how strong our blocks are. These are not biscuit blocks. These are blocks. Some people actually use our blocks for their foundations instead of casting that concrete. They would rather use this because they're strong. And I've just performed an experiment for you. Now, we also take inventory. Not only do we take inventory, we have production dates. Like you can see here, these were produced on the 28th of the 10th. So it's an establishment where due diligence is done. We know what we have in stock. In my next video, I'm going to also bring in a quality control person from a top construction company who is going to tell us how they now test for these blocks to meet to their specification. What I just did for you was a sample test for any client that comes in to test it. But there is also a laboratory test which they call the crush test. In the crush test, they will test the strength of the block and other things. She will come and she will tell you everything about it. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. I'm sure I surprised you when I said I was the COO. Stay with me and I will talk to you about the curing process, the mixing process, and the compaction process. Because the reason why these blocks are strong is because of the rate of compaction on these blocks. Because of the equipment we use an automatic machine, and this machine produces 1,500 blocks a day in an 8-hour shift. It also produces 300 square meters of paving stones, which is actually a very, very good number. Concrete is a mix of 3 main ingredients: the cement that glues and binds everything together, the aggregates, which is the sharp sand and what we call stone dust. Stone dust is granite that is crushed. And then water, good water. We have a very good water supply in Henry Wallace. And we also add an additive which we call the accelerator, which accelerates the drying and also adds strength to the blocks. With all the information you know now, you've physically seen what the blocks look like, you've seen how they've been produced. A stitching time saves 9. You now know the difference between quality blocks and substandard blocks. I've also spoken with a quality control analyst with one of the top construction companies, and she's also coming over to show us how these materials, these end products, even the sand, everything, how they're being tested before they use them to even before construction. And the properties built by this company are top notch. Let me know in the comments section if you found something helpful or if you have any questions about concrete block manufacturing and construction. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more insightful content. Until next time, stay informed, stay safe, and let's keep building.